This is the unsolved story of Gilbert Bogle and Margaret Chandler, the couple who died without a single witness and left behind a mystery that refuses to drown. When their bodies were found at dawn, neatly placed, half-clothed, and with no clear cause of death, it shattered the quiet suburbs and baffled detectives for decades. Gilbert Bogle was no ordinary man. A 38-year-old physicist at the CSIRO, Australia's top scientific research agency. Brilliant, charming, but also a known womanizer. On New Year's Eve, he left his wife and 4 children at home to attend a party at a colleague's house. Margaret Chandler, 28, elegant, trapped in a dull marriage to Jeffrey Chandler, who also worked at CSIRO, would join him there. A warm summer night, while fireworks crackled over the city's harbour, a quieter gathering unfolded in the tidy suburban living room of Ken and Ruth Nash. Inside, the air was thick with polite laughter. Scientists swapping stories, making small talk to drown out their secrets. Dr. Bogle arrived alone, the kind of man who never struggled for attention or company. Those who knew him knew the rumors too. By 4 a.m., the party had thinned to whispers and fading music. Bogle and Margaret slipped out into the warm summer night. Jeffrey stayed behind, silent witness to his wife's quiet betrayal. They drove in Bogle's car, a modest sedan, heading for the Lane Cove River, a well-known lovers' lane beneath Fuller's Bridge, about 2 kilometers from the party. At dawn, 2 local youths waded near Fuller's Bridge boys who made pocket money hunting golf balls lost in the bush beside the Lane Cove River. Around 8 a.m., they spotted a man's body lying face down near the water's edge under the bridge's shadow. He was partly undressed, only his socks and shirt on, trousers off, other clothes scattered nearby. Thinking him drunk, they left him there. An hour later, around 9 a.m., they returned and found him unchanged, his face turned blue. Now they knew something was wrong. They ran to fetch an older man nearby, a local playing golf. By 11:15 a.m., the police had sealed off the muddy bank. Near Bogle's body, a short distance away, lay Margaret Chandler. She was on her right side, head turned back toward the river. Her dress pulled up, underwear missing, but her lower body was covered with a piece of old carpet and cardboard scrap. Bogle's trousers lay nearby, placed neatly over his own lower half. It looked careful, deliberate, as if someone or something had decided they shouldn't be exposed. No sign of a struggle, no drag marks in the mud. Their watches were still ticking when found frozen moments in the summer heat. Tests showed they had died hours earlier, likely soon after dawn. Yet no alcohol or poison in their stomachs. No wounds, no robbery. In the days that followed, the Lane Cove River filled with more questions than answers. Autopsies found no obvious cause of death, no signs of violence. No drugs or poisons in their stomachs, but something odd was found. Their lungs were swollen and the blood vessels in their eyes were congested. Pathologists hinted at asphyxiation, but by what? No poison known at the time could have caused it without leaving a trace. Rumors exploded across Sydney. One rumor pointed at LSD. Some whispered Bogle was experimenting secretly, that Margaret Chandler was his willing partner in a reckless chemical adventure. But tests for hallucinogens showed nothing, and experts doubted LSD could kill that way. Another theory turned colder, Cold War paranoia. Bogle worked at CSIRO with sensitive technology. Could he have been silenced? A foreign agent? A traitor? But there was no link, only the ghosts of suspicion. Then there was the oddest detail of all, the way the bodies were covered. Clothes were draped over Bogle's lower half, while carpet and cardboard concealed Margaret's legs. Their personal items such as watch, wallet, and handbag were untouched. Detectives believed they had not covered themselves. Who did it and why? Was it a witness who panicked, or a third person, a Lover's Lane stranger who found them dead and covered their nakedness out of decency? Suspicion naturally turned to Jeffrey Chandler, Margaret's husband, betrayed, humiliated, left behind at the party. His alibi was thin but unshakable. He was home with the Nash family and others until late morning. He admitted he suspected the affair, but there was no evidence he followed them and no sign he had harmed them. At the coroner's inquest, the official verdict was that the cause of death was not ascertained. No charges were laid, and no conclusions were reached. Years passed. New experts poked at the mystery forensic pathologists, cold case detectives, amateur sleuths with theories about toxic gas bubbling from the Lane Cove mud. One idea stuck. Hydrogen sulfide, a deadly swamp gas, could drift from river silt at night, pooling close to the ground. It would kill silently, leaving no clear trace the perfect ghost. But not everyone agreed. Some argued the conditions weren't right. No other deaths like it, no proof the gas rose high enough to kill two healthy adults on dry ground. And so the debate lingers. Was it poison, an accident, a planned cover-up buried in Cold War paranoia, or just two lovers who took a secret to their graves? Today, the Lane Cove River flows on. The bridge still stands. People cross it every day, most never knowing what happened beneath its concrete span on that warm New Year's dawn. A genius physicist, a lonely housewife, one riverbank, and a silence that no one has broken for 60 years. If you stand by the Lane Cove River today, you'll see nothing, just the water, the reeds, the bridge overhead. But listen closely, and you might still hear the echo of a mystery no one could ever bury. Thanks for watching. If this story grabs you, give it a like, share it around, and hit subscribe. A lot of time and effort went into bringing it to life. Got a theory? Drop it in the comments below.